2 Wochen danach. Warum ist es auf Deutsch?
And it says here they still don't know what caused that explosion.
I guarantee you it was sabotage. Those Redites have been causing a lot of trouble lately.
Is that the group of anti-steam tech radicals?
The very same.
Why Redites, though?
They're named after some fellow named Jonathan Red, apparently the one who began the whole anti-steam movement. It's really a rather stupid name, if you ask me. And uncreative, to boot.
Well, what would you call them then?
Something more evocative, like the Boom Boom Boys.
Definitely gets to the point, I'll give you that. Perhaps you'd best stick with the detecting, dearest. Your nomenclature needs a bit of work.
Well, I think it's about time I get ready for bed.
All right, Miles, if you must.
Er ist es also immer noch nicht losgeworden. Nein, er hängt immer noch an diesem blöden
Remember how much time Adelaide had this, at least these days?
Na gut.
Let her be for now. You've got your own things to take care of.
Okay. Dann gehe ich mal in Richtung Bett. Tschüss, Schatz.
Who could that be at this time of night?
Good question. But Adelaide can handle it for now. I need to take my medicine.
Na,
You certainly have your priorities in order. Go on then. Get that bottle of rat piss out of your nightstand and let's get this over with.
ich will aber nicht.
Addie can handle whoever's at the door.
Ich will aber nicht. Was, wenn es ein Fall ist und ich dann total bedröppelt bin?
Ugh, tastes like the devil's sweat.
You could just stop taking it, you know.
Ja.
Bill, now is not the time to...
Miles, could you come back out here, please?
Be right there, dearest.
Ich hab's doch geahnt. Oh, Manometer.
Who was that at the door?
A late-night courier. You've got a message from Upton.
Fordham. This case makes the last one look simple. Meet me at Rune ASAP. Meine Herren. It's urgent. Upton.
Seems this case is rather urgent. She wants me to meet her as soon as possible.
But didn't you just take your soporific? Are you going to be all right to go?
It won't kick in for another hour or so. Should be plenty of time.
All right, I'm going to bed then. Good luck, dear.
Good night, Addie.
Das gefällt mir ganz und gar nicht. Wir werden vollkommen unter Drogen sein, wenn wir diesen Fall durchgehen. Naja, mal schauen. Gute Nacht, Eddie. Bin mal gespannt, was Upton so für uns im Petto hat hier. Ab ins Kaffeehaus. Wollen wir doch genau das gleiche Klientel rumhängt wie
Hallo,
vorher.
I'm glad you came, Fordham. Sorry for disturbing you this late.
I'm curious to know what's so important that it couldn't wait until morning.
An infant kidnapping in Lyon.
Oh.
Report came in tonight just before my shift ended. The family wants to keep the investigation very low-key. They're afraid if word gets out, they'll have all sorts of ne'er-do-wells making false ransom claims. That's why I suggested they let you investigate first. Head over to 45 Belcourt Street. That's the home of Malcolm and Miriam Harris, the parents of the kidnapped boy.
Harris? As in Harris Construction Company?
The very same. Owned by Malcolm's father, no less. Now you see why they wanted to keep this out of the public eye.
Indeed. If they manage to get a new transatlantic airship off the ground, it'll be an aura mine. I can see why they'd make an easy target.
Oh, der Feind, er sagt nicht Gold, er sagt Aurum. Don't worry, Upton, I got the kid back. Ja, genau.
Don't worry, Upton. I'll get the kid back before you can say hot toddy.
Hot toddy. I think you're losing your touch, Fordham.
And I think you've lost your joke book. Try some new material for a change, would you?
Right. Good luck on your investigation. Come see me again once you've figured things out. Or if you just need to talk. I'll be here all day tomorrow as well. So feel free to stop by.
Wenn sie sonst nichts zu tun hat, fehlt niemandem auf Arbeit oder so wahrscheinlich. Es ist keine gute Idee, durch die Gegend zu marschieren. Übrigens, hi, willkommen zurück, würde ich mal so sagen. Das Spiel ist endlich draußen. Hatten wir ja, glaube ich, letztes Mal schon geklärt. Ich darf nicht nach Hause gehen. Und damit können wir auch endlich weiterspielen. Also insofern nochmal hier an dieser Stelle vielen Dank an die Implication Systems, dass ich das einfach so spielen darf. Und nochmal meine Kaufempfehlung an euch. Machen wir weiter. Ich will endlich wissen, wie das hier ausgeht. Harris Residence. Und vor allem, wie wir sterben werden.
Mr. Miles Fordham is here to see you, sir.
Very good, Mr. Havelock. Send him up.
Yes, sir.
Ich dachte schon, warum redet Miles so komisch?
Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Fordham. I'm Malcolm Harris.
I'm terribly sorry to hear about what's happened, Mr. Harris.
Thank you, Mr. Fordham. You were very highly recommended by Miss Upton. She said you'd be able to solve this faster and more discreetly than the police. I admit it's a rather unorthodox approach, but we're desperate.
I understand. I'll do all I can to find the kidnapper and bring your son back unharmed.
If you'd like to examine the nursery, it's just through that door to the left. I'll ask you to please try and keep quiet as I just sent my wife to bed. Her nerves are rather shot, you see.
Yes, of course.
Okay, wollen wir uns zuerst mal die Nursery anschauen oder ihn befragen?
It's nice to see that tea is still served here even in times of tragedy. I'm sure the only location the Harrises care about is wherever they are at any given moment.
Wow.
I wouldn't get too close, Miles. That vase is probably worth more than your entire building.
Da mag einer
She
keine
looks like
reichen
she's
Leute.
up to something.
Maybe she is up to no good. Ah, nee, warte mal, den hat er schon gebracht. Verdammt.
Pose is supposed to look stately, but to me it always looks like the person is scratching themselves.
Ah, immer diese sensitiven Nippel. Gut. Oh, ich sehe ein zerbrochenes Fenster.
Interesting. This fabric looks as though it came from a garment of some kind.
Huh. There's a small emblem sewn onto the side of this piece of fabric. It just says SS.
Ah, scheiße, die
Somebody's
Nazis.
initials, maybe? Be careful not to cut yourself, Miles. I don't think the Harris family has ever seen blood that isn't blue. Be careful not to cut yourself, Miles. I don't think the Harris family has
Alter
ever
Junge.
seen blood that isn't
Okay, okay. Behave yourself. Und diese
blue. It
Blöcke.
won't be another year or so before the child gets any practical use out of those blocks beyond putting them in his mouth.
Diese Blöcke. Ich sehe die immer, vor allem in irgendwelchen amerikanischen Sendungen. Ich habe noch nie einen dieser Blöcke benutzt. Ich habe den als Kind, glaube ich, nicht mal
Let's
gesehen.
not try sitting on it.
Ich wollte es nur sagen, habt ihr als Kinder solche Sachen benutzt?
Look, you can see the balcony extends all the way around the side of the manor.
That would make it rather easy for someone to access this window from the outside.
No evidence of what was used to smash the glass, though.
Also ich weiß, dass ich damals Lesen mit Donald Duck Comics gelernt habe.
Oh dear.
Oh nein. I knew it.
How wonderful. The soporific has started working. Well done, Fordham. Now how are you supposed to... What's the word I'm looking for? Instigate? Interrogate? I just had it on the tip of my tongue.
Oh Gott.
Perhaps it's time to call it a night.
I am fading. Shh, it's time to sleep. Shh.
Scheit.
Well, Mr. Harris, I believe I've done all I can for right now.
Did you find anything?
Yes, I believe I have some leads I can pursue. But the most important thing to do in cases like this is wait to hear from the kidnappers. I'll be back tomorrow morning to continue my investigation and ask you and your wife some questions once you've had time to calm down a bit. In the meantime, I suggest you stay here and get some sleep. We'll all need it.
Oh Mann.
Miles, wake up. It's nearly noon.
Oh.
Ah, so it is.
Mensch,
Why didn't you
Upton.
come to bed when you got home last night?
It was late. I didn't want to disturb you.
So what was so urgent about the case Upton sent you?
I'm trying to track a kidnapped child.
Oh my goodness. That's awful.
Yes, the pressure's on, but I think I should be able to crack it.
Assuming you actually managed to get anything done at the Harris Manor today.
Well, let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Also, we've got company. Mrs. Delacroix is having her hair done here today, so please make yourself presentable.
You mean I'm not all ready?
At least do something about your hair. I do have a reputation to maintain after all.
What's wrong with my hair?
Do you really want me to answer that? We'll be here all day. It's admirable just how organized Adelaide is.
Ich dachte, er macht jetzt was mit seinen Haaren, aber scheinbar macht er das
Oh, wouldn't
nicht.
you say it's time for a change of clothes, Miles? You've been wearing that coat for who knows how long.
So? Addie gave it to me. Besides, it gives me character.
Right. Brooding detective in a long black coat. That's never been seen before.
Okay, er möchte
What
seine
are you
Haare
talking
nicht
about,
machen.
Bill?
Never mind.
Dann gehen wir einfach nach draußen. Naja. Ich hoffe, das wird uns nicht total auf die
And
Füße
then
fallen.
he said, "Oh, hello there. I don't believe we've met."
Mrs. Delacroix, this is my husband, Miles. Miles, this is Mrs. Delacroix.
Pleasure to meet you, madam.
Likewise, young man. Pleasure.
Is everything all right, Mrs. Delacroix?
Oh, yes, everything's fine. It's just that, well, you weren't what I was expecting, is all.
Keep your head, Miles. She may be a close-minded idiot, but she's just an old lady.
Nichts davon möchte ich gerade unbedingt sagen, muss ich persönlich zugeben. Welches davon ist am wenigsten aggressiv? Ich meine, das würde er wahrscheinlich unglaublich aggressiv sagen. Aber daraus kann man theoretisch einen Witz machen, wenn man die Situation richtig umdeutet. Das ist ziemlich sassy. Scheiße.
What were you expecting exactly?
Well...
Now then, Mrs. Delacroix, what was it that you were telling me about Mr. Delacroix and his dogs?
Oh, yes. So, Harold came in and said...
Impressive. She got off pretty easy. I was expecting a repeat of the Parsons incident. You should give Adelaide a kiss on the way out, though, just to make the old bat feel extra uncomfortable.
Oh, warte, die Zeitung, nein, die Zeitung. Mano, das ist gemein. Ich würde auch die Zeitung lesen. Say goodbye to Adelaide, kiss Adelaide goodbye. Ich will nicht, dass sie uncomfortable wird, aber ich meine, ich will auch meine Beziehung mit Adelaide nicht abkühlen. Also, Hände.
Goodbye, dearest.
I look forward to your return, my love.
Ha! Das war innig. Heiß und innig. Okay. Oh, was?
Remind me, Miles, how is finding some rich people's kidnapped baby going to help us track down the flower shop burglar?
It's possible we might find a lead to the burglar during the course of this investigation.
Really, Miles? You really believe that?
Anything's possible, Bill. You remember how many times we encountered seemingly trivial matters which turned out to be important later on?
Well, if you plan on solving this case, you'll need your full wits about you.
What are you implying?
I'm not implying. I'm flat out telling you. You need to stop taking that soporific. Adelaide has been trying to get you to stop for months, and Upton already suspects something is amiss. Not to mention your little episode last night. Trust me, no one is going to want to hire the dullard detective.
Clever. Did you come up with that one all by yourself?
What are you going to do when the cases stop coming in? How long before you get put away in Riverview?
If I do get locked away, it'll be your fault.
Which is exactly why you need to get back to your normal routine so you can find the burglar.
All right, fine. I'll stop. But you know that doesn't guarantee we'll find the burglar any sooner.
Yeah, I'm aware, but it increases the odds significantly. Well, I'm glad that's settled then. I knew you'd see things my way eventually.
It's not as though you gave me much of a choice.
In time, you'll thank me. Probably not before the withdrawal hits, though.
Don't make me change my mind on this, Bill.